thank you for coming to see us and for presenting your testimony in person. It's very it's excellent to be able to have a conversation with you. I'm just curious about something. I know that we're all familiar with concept bills that are introduced early in the session and are not fully drafted, and that's, as you just said, that's what we have here.
Right.
You've said in previous conversations with the media, and you've told us tonight that you're interested in having a conversation about these things and getting started and looking at ways that consolidation of certain functions might be useful and how that could be done. So what I'm curious about is when in a concept bill where you really don't have an opportunity to say much, right? It's just a starting point, like you said. I'm just wondering why the bill isn't written like what you just said, because it creates the commission, but the commission has an absolute mission the way it's written. It's got to develop a plan to get these towns under 40,000 have their districts consolidated. It has to follow the model of the probate courts, and then there's an effective date when this would absolutely, the plan, whatever it is, would take effect with or without the approval of the legislature. And I just wondered why there were those precise things in it when what you were actually doing was trying to just put a concept in front of us to start thinking about.
Because those precise things are what drew attention to the bill and to the subject, I think, in a way that otherwise might not have occurred if it had been just a generic bill about let's study this once again. What I put in there was the model of the probate system, and then saying that if the commission is not able to develop a system as an alternative, the probate system, since it has already been achieved as the single instance of large-scale regionalism that we've seen in our state, that could be the default model. But again, the purpose of the bill was to begin a discussion, and I think a more generic bill with vaguer terms would not have served that purpose.
I've got to say something which I say it with all due respect. Please believe me. But are you saying that you had the bill drafted in a way that would purposely mislead?
No, I did not, and I think you know better than to ask that and assume that.
No, well, I did it with all due respect because
yes,
I don't
know.
understand.
But the reality is it was not intended to mislead. It was intended to generate a discussion. Everyone knows that a proposed bill early in the session is coming into the process for everyone then to participate in it and to vet it and to change it, and within the wisdom of the committee. You've been here long enough to know what the committee process is.
Well, as I said, we're all familiar with concept bills.
Yes.
But I think that answers my question, and thank you very much for coming before us this evening.
Thank you.